The vlog has started. Oh my god, my hair already. I took time to do this. Vlog is starting again. We're at Sweet Green. We're gonna grub, and then we're going to a concert.
Very excited. There we go.
You guys are getting real raw content right now. We did not vlog the entire night, but our plan was earlier we were gonna go to Dua Lipa, and then we were like, okay, tickets were too expensive, so we're like, what do we do with the rest of our night? And so I was like, okay, let's go to a dive bar. So we went to the dive bar. We got our drink. People were playing the dart machine, whatever. So we just waited. Then I walk up to the dart machine, and we didn't have cash. So Maria went to go buy a drink and get cash, and this guy walked up to me and asked if I wanted to play darts with him. I was like, oh, my friend is actually going to get change for the machine right now. Not knowing, apparently, that he put 41 credits.
I set my drink down, and Mick was like, oh, there's 41 credits on here. And he was like, he comes up and he's like, it's because I put 49 credits on there. And I was like, oh, sorry.
And so we played a couple rounds, and he was just like,
Hovering.
he was by himself hovering. And so, like, at one point I was like, okay, like, well, I'm going to ask him to play. And so he played with us. I think he beat me once, and then I beat him twice, and I think before he left, he beat me again.
Yeah.
Maria was really close to beating him, but
so close.
He
was really good.
He was really good.
He was pretending not to be, but he was really good.
Yeah, and then when we were taking selfies, which he did mention, he's like, you guys should be taking selfies to see what I did. So he won, whatever. So then they're calling last call, whatever. We're like, we don't want to go home yet. So we go to this casino. We get to the casino.
Wait, before we get there, there was an older couple.
Oh!
There was an older couple next to us, and after he left, the guy comes up to me, he's like, he didn't know. He's just a country boy. He doesn't know what to do with all of you guys.
And this guy, like, he was, mind you, like, he was with his wife, but, like, even when he first walked up, like, he was making conversation.
Yeah.
And, like, the entire time we were there, like, making side comments, talking to us, like, whatever, like.
Laughing at our jokes,
yes, Yes. So, what can we say? Then we get to the casino, and it turns out, apparently, last call is not 2 a.m. in California, because they were like, no, we stopped serving at 1:15. So we said, okay, well, can we get 2 bottles of water then? And so we got our waters, and then we went pee, and we're like, okay, well, if we're already here, like, let's get food in our stomach, because unfortunately we are girlies on antidepressants who forgot how hard alcohol can hit you as fast as you're drinking it.
Yep.
So I waited in line, we got our food, whatever. We ate, and then we were like,
I could go for him.
What if we get more? So Maria takes this one. She goes and waits in line now, and I stay at the table. And then
this is post after I make myself throw up, because I was like, I was a little woozy.
She did puke and rally before we ate our serving, and then we decided we wanted more. So yes, she did puke and rally. And then she's waiting in line, and I just look over and I'm like, oh, so she's talking to someone. Like, I was just so in my own little world. I was watching someone play the slot machine. Like, that's what I was doing. And then she was talking to someone, like, this lady turns over and, like, she's like, yeah, we're talking about you. I don't even know what she said to me.
No, she was like, we're not talking about you, don't worry.
And so after she says that, like, I just look back away. I'm like, okay, Maria's doing her thing over there.
Okay, I was just standing in line, and 30 seconds goes before this lady makes a comment. She goes, I love your outfit. And it's like a, I love your outfit. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And she's like, people don't really wear that around here. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just visiting my friend, and I point to Mick, is local, but I'm from Vegas. And she's like, oh, you're from Vegas. And then I don't even know how we get into it. And she starts talking about how she recently went to Reno with... she was with who I assumed was her husband, and she's like, oh yeah, we were recently in Reno. We went to I hope it's not too crazy of me to say this, but we went to a brothel. Like, she was trying to whisper. My ass was not whispering. I'm like fucking deaf over here, and she's like, we went to a brothel. And I was like, okay. In Reno though? And I was like, why'd you go to Reno? And she's like, oh, you know, it was pretty close, and husband's just standing there watching us. So I was like, this is chill enough, I can yap. And I was like, if you're gonna do a brothel, you might as well go to Vegas. Like, we have like 30 minutes outside of Vegas. You've got Pahrump. They've got the small, it's a different district, different county. And she's like, and I was like, different county, Pahrump has small population. Like, we have the Chicken Shack, that's where Lamar OD'd. And she was like, And then she turns to her husband. She goes, I told you that's where we should have gone. And I was like, okay, so. And then she starts talking about, like, she's like, oh, I hope this isn't, like, weird for me to say, but we're always looking for a third. And I was like, my friend and I are just waiting for our food, to order. And then, like, I don't even know what she asked me what I do at work and shit. And then, like, we were just having conversation normal. And then, like, we come up, like, they're next in line, and he turns around and he goes, oh, we'll get your food for you. And I was like, oh,
thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
And I kind of stand back, still kind of in line, in case, like, they just want to part ways there.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, come up. And I give them our order, and we get our food, we order, and I was like, oh, just, a sweet potato fry, extra crispy, and a regular skinny fry. And he's like, just fries, sweet potato. And I was like,
we were being hardcore judged for our sweet potato option.
Which is crazy, because then he tried it and he ate some.
Ate some of ours.
Rude. What, his money, whatever. Okay, and then after they ordered our food, she was like, oh, should we just, like, we were looking at Mick, because I was like, oh, like, I didn't know if I should just go sit by Mick or, like, wait up there for our food. And Mick comes up. That's when Mick, like, looked over again, and
I did make a joke, because Maria did text me, and she's like, they said they're looking for a third. I was like, I could be a fourth.
And so she gets up, and she comes up, and then they were like, oh, should we just, like, sit together and talk? Like, this is such a good... And during our conversation, we were talking about, like, our generation and how we're so open and this and that. And she was telling me how her daughter was a lesbian. Our generation is so open. And then she was like, once Mick came up, she was like, oh, should we just sit down so we can, like, continue talking and stuff, have a good conversation? And so we all went and sat down.
We yapped for, like, probably an hour?
Yeah, he went to the bathroom for a little bit. Our food was done. I went and got it. And then we kept talking about stuff.
I got the tea. They were not married. They have recently been divorced. And he's just encouraging her to be doing this. They still hang out. They're still obviously doing shit together, but...
He's the cuck of the relationship. He's a watcher, I will say.
And they were so focused on Maria's boobs and my face tattoo. They were just enthralled. At one point...
Her particularly. She's the one that's very interested in women.
She did. Like, at one point, she asked me if it was henna, and, like, she, like, went to go touch it. I was like, okay.
I mean, go for it. They did imply they wanted a third. Yes. And I was like...
And then, at one point, the husband asked, like, he's like, oh, like, do you guys bring other people in? And Maria's like, oh, yeah, there was tons of people in New York. The look on his face.
In New York? Not here, though, babe. Not here.
I fear that he just immediately went, like, oh, my God, like, orgy. Like, so...
He can watch.
But at one point, they were like, okay, like, we need to, like, part ways. Like, it's, like, super late. And we're like, okay, great. We're walking back out to the car. And this guy, like, okay... There were a lot of weirdos in this casino, so we were trying to ignore most of them. But, like, this guy, like, he's...
Keep in mind, it's currently 4 a.m.
He seemed harmless, right? And so he walks up to me, and he's like, hey, guys, I forgot my wallet. Like, can I borrow $20 if I give you $20? And I was like, I also don't have cash. So, he introduced himself, and we walked over to the ATM machine, and I got him $20. And then they made me go through this whole process of, like, showing my ID and, like, whatever, getting my money. Found out that he's younger than me, which was crazy.
He looked older,
He looked a lot older. Years. So we're just doing shit to do shit. That's truly what it is. And we say goodbye to this man. He sends me my money on Apple Pay, whatever. And then I made the mistake. I heard someone behind me talking. I heard it and I looked back.
I looked back too, to be fair. I was like, I looked over my shoulder a little bit.
And then this guy is like, don't fucking look at me, and then turn around and keep walking. We kept walking.
We kept walking.
That speed has never come for us so fast. For 4 o'clock in the morning, still trying to get over the alcohol, we were walking. And so anyways.
Oh, they also were asking us, they said, okay, so if we were looking for somebody, late 20s, early 30s, what apps should we be looking at? And so we gave them a good one.
Yeah.
She was on Tinder. Girl, Move on from that. Hinge and Bumble is where you want to be.
I did ask them for their brothel experience because I'm a curious person and I wanted to know more about it. So they were saying it, and then they're like, "Oh, like let me show you pictures of this girl."
She's obsessed with her.
$1,000 for an hour. And he said like, "Oh, like we spent $2,000." So they were in there with her for 2 hours, but like $2,000.
And I'm like 100% confident it was just her doing stuff with her, because he's like, they had this incredible bonding experience. It's not we got her phone number, her full name.
Yep.
And she was like, she was in this unicorn outfit, and so the horn was her, you know.
The whole divorce, but using him to pay for this experience.
So diva of her. I love her.
Diva.
I will say she was not bad looking. He wasn't horrible looking.
He was average.
Very much just like
bare minimum average.
Bare minimum, like 40, like almost 50, like really kind of started letting go of himself is what
like,
it was.
I fear if they were a little bit younger and a little bit more attractive.
You need fourth. You need four. Also, $1,000 an hour, please.
For real.
And the first hour is just drinks, please.
Yeah. So, who knows? I mean, we're going to San Francisco tomorrow. We'll see what we get up to tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll set an alarm for like noon. That's still maybe noon. And then we'll go in the city and maybe we'll get some pre-drinks. Maybe we'll get some post-drinks. Who knows? We will be getting Sweet Green for dinner though.
Absolutely. It was so good.
Some more Sweet Green. And who knows? We'll adventure the city a little bit. Maria has never been to San Francisco.
Yeah.
However, you guys know how it is. So we might just do the basics and call it a day.
Absolutely. We're too worn down for that.
Yeah. We did take an afternoon nap. That was the only thing
I fear we only really slept today.
We're up as late as we are right now because we took like a 3-hour nap. We woke up, we ate breakfast. We watched 2 hours of Louis and then we went back to sleep. And then Maria showered and everything, like she woke up and I was still asleep, mouth open.
Yeah, I was like
out. So we'll see what we do tomorrow.
My double chin, yo.
Hope you enjoyed our video.
I mean, you. Better in person.
Maria decided to get on Tinder to try to find Teresa from last night. Here she is. This diva. How long did it take? 20 minutes of scrolling?
Yeah.
We got there. Hey guys. Fit checks for Dua Lipa. We got Ray in the car. We were busy girlies today.
Yep. We were out and about.
Cute. We are inside Dua. We paid $70 for these tickets, and honestly, not bad at all. They said obstructed view, but like, that's not even obstructed. We might move seats, but for now, it's good.
Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars. I wanna thank you for all that you've done, oh
I have not vlogged in a hot minute, but we did just get out of Sean. It was incredible.
He looked
scrumptious. Okay, and like I saw him on his last tour. Maria didn't because he canceled right after my show, but he just looks so good. And seeing him in a smaller venue was so much nicer. I just want to take him backstage and have a second.
Yeah.
Smile for the vlog.
Is it a video or a picture?
It's a video.
Hi vlog. They said smile for a vlog. He's like, is that a photo?
We got our Sweet Green delivery. We also had a matcha delivery. I did finish mine already. We just walked back to the car to eat and get ready. The girls were ready this morning. We said absolutely not. So we are going to get all this done and hopefully be back within an hour. once again, we forgot to vlog. Anyways, we just got back from getting tattoos. We each got 6 tattoos, and we just spent pretty much the whole day there. But I did wake up this morning and go to work, so I am a sleepy girl. And I'm gonna nap, and then we'll go get dinner, and Maria goes home today.